Hi, welcome to the Forecasting for Success podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Brie. I'm a doctor of psychology, financial educator, astrologer, and founder of Forecasting for Success, a community of people improving their financial literacy to achieve financial independence. I blend my expertise as a former professor and financial intelligence analyst with the tool of astrology to help break down why you are struggling with specific money habits and the best way to form more intentional responses and choices when it comes to money, especially to help you feel more secure in your financial decisions and improve your money skills for building long-term wealth. Welcome back to the Forecasting for Success podcast. Remember to subscribe, rate, and review the show. And if you're wondering where to get started when it comes to getting your money in order and improving your financial situation, you can go to forecastingforsuccess.com/free-resources to take my free financial personality quiz, and I'll send you a personalized money plan for wherever you're at with your finances. This week, there are no new Venus transits. Venus is still trine Mars, so this energy and time of opportunity needs to remain the focus when it comes to becoming clearer on your personal and money values. When planets are trine, this is positive and uplifting and easier energy to work with. And since these are currently fiery signs with Venus in Aries and Mars in Leo, it's important that this week and next are focused on taking action. This means finding time to identify and write down your personal values and translate these into action, meaning your day-to-day choices align with these values, especially when it comes to your money and how your money is helping you each day and how you're actioning its growth for your future self. Now I'd like to switch topics and discuss the importance of why you need to be investing in the stock market, since the US uses the stock market as a retirement platform. It's rare to find a pension in the US, so everyone's TSP or 403B or 401k are all types of retirement accounts with different investment portfolios in the stock market. Although I may not agree with this system, since better systems do exist, it is the system that the US has and will likely have for many decades to come. So it's important to understand how it works and why you need to set yourself up for long-term success when it comes to your money. Let's first talk about why you need to invest and why you cannot save your way to retirement. When you have $100,000 invested in the stock market, you now own an asset that generates you $10,000 a year in wealth. This is because the stock market earns 10% on average every year, and this is how investing is a method of earning passive income. When you have money saved in a bank account, it's not possible to earn 10% in interest. In addition, inflation causes your money to be worth less over time. Your buying power decreases because what you need to spend your money on is likely to increase in price when it's time for you to begin using that money in your investment accounts. For example, if you're able to save about $585 every month and your high yield savings account earns about 1% in interest, it will take you 93 years to save $1 million. But if you invest the same $585 every month in the stock market, which earns on average 10% in interest each year, then it will only take you 29 years to reach $1 million. This is why you cannot save your way to retirement and why investing is so important. The sooner you can start investing, then the sooner you can have the ability to potentially retire early, or at least have enough money to retire at around age 65. And remember that investing is not all or nothing. Even some money saved for retirement is better than no money. Also, the first $100,000 invested does take the longest amount of time. On average, it takes people 7 years to reach $100,000 invested, but afterwards, the compound interest really starts to add up. For instance, it only takes about 2 years to grow from $500,000 to $600,000. You also have the option to front load your investments if you only want to save for retirement for a few years and then use your money for other purposes up until you decide to retire. For instance, you could save $1,000 each month in a brokerage account for 10 years and then just stop investing. After 20 years, this investment will be worth over $1 million from allowing that interest to compound. The important thing is to find a method of investing that works for you and then stick to this plan to build wealth. In my Forecasting for Success stock market course, I thoroughly explain the difference between different retirement accounts and brokerage accounts and how to research for what index funds or exchange traded funds or ETFs you'd like to add to your portfolio. I also walk you through how to open a brokerage account and begin automating your investments and so much more. I'm passionate about helping people understand their finances and personal values to align your intentions with your actions to help you achieve long-term goals and successes. We really need more people with positive intentions, with more money in their pockets, and at a level of financial independence so that we can work together to change these systems that do not work and are holding people back unnecessarily. So, what is a brokerage account? This is an investment account held by a licensed firm like Vanguard or Fidelity, and these firms hold a legal license to purchase assets on the stock market on your behalf. Even though the firm completes the purchase, these are your assets or investments held within your own investment account, which is why when you purchase stocks, you become a part owner in those companies. The passive income method means you are going to buy stocks and hold on to them for many years. It also means that as your stocks earn interest and dividends, instead of withdrawing this money, you're going to automatically reinvest this passive income to buy more stocks. This compound interest is how you build your wealth quickly and use less of your own money in the process. The great thing about dividends is that it is guaranteed passive income, even when the stock market may be down. If a company offers dividends for its stocks, then it is required to make these quarterly or annual payouts no matter what the stock market is doing. Your brokerage account works the same way as other types of investing accounts. You open a brokerage account at a firm or broker like Vanguard or Fidelity. You deposit money into the account and select the type of funds you want to purchase. And those funds are made up of many different stocks and bonds, usually in low expense ratio index funds or ETFs. Remember to always be on the lookout for high fees or high expense ratios since you want to avoid those types of investments. Try to choose investments that have very low fees, like 0.04% or 0.03% to build your wealth more quickly. And like with other investments, if you do not automate your deposits, I recommend investing in your brokerage account on each new moon, since this is the time each month where you want to draw energy towards you. I hope this information helps you to navigate the transits and energy of this week, as well as how to be more intentional with your finances. I want to thank you so much for joining me this week on Forecasting for Success and let you know that you can read the transcript for each podcast episode on my website, which is linked below in the show notes. I've also included the link to send me your money questions if you'd like to be a guest on the podcast at forecastingforsuccess.com/podcast. And if you're ready to get started on improving your financial literacy and developing your own personalized money plan, I encourage you to join my Forecasting for Success community, where I teach you everything you need to know about budgeting, how to choose your retirement number, how to invest in the stock market, and so much more. I go live in the community each month to check in on your progress and help answer any questions you may have. And it's a supportive community where you can also check in with other members and learn from their experiences as well. I hope you take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you next week.